Did you know that Iran is connected to the Garden of Eden according to the sacred scriptures? How does this country, full of history and mystery, connect with the biblical narratives we know so well? And who are the peoples who inhabit this ancient land today? Discover the answers to these intriguing questions with us. In today's video, we will dive into the fascinating connections of Iran with the biblical context. From its legendary proximity to the Garden of Eden, to the deep and ancestral connections with biblical figures, Iran is a land rich in history and cultural diversity. Let's explore how the current Iranian ethnic groups are linked to the peoples mentioned in the sacred scriptures, revealing surprising layers of historical and spiritual connections. Don't forget to like and share this video if you are also fascinated by the geography not only of the Middle East, but of humanity's journey through biblical narratives. As we delve into the historical and geographical depths of Iran, we discover a land imbued with biblical significance. The sacred texts, including the books of Daniel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, offer windows into the past, revealing that the territory we now know as Iran was the stage for civilizations deeply connected with biblical narratives. Modern Iranians trace their roots back to influential biblical figures such as Madai and Elam. Madai, the third son of Japheth, is often associated with the founding of Media, an ancient kingdom that later merged with the Persians to form a powerful empire. This connection illustrates the spread and influence of Japheth's descendants through time and space. On the other hand, Elam, son of Shem, represents a Semitic connection, establishing the Elamites as one of the first groups to inhabit what is today southern Iran. The presence of these peoples is so significant that the very name, Elam, persists through the millennia, symbolizing the enduring Semitic heritage in the region. These ancestral connections are not mere historical curiosities. They offer insights into how interactions between different cultures and peoples shaped the course of biblical and secular history. By understanding the Semitic and Japhethite origins of the Iranian peoples, we gain a new perspective on Iran's role in the great mosaic of biblical and historical traditions. These narratives not only enrich our understanding of the past, but also reinforce the importance of studying and valuing the cultural and historical diversity that each nation brings to the tapestry of humanity. Knowing the historical and geographical roots of Iran helps us appreciate more deeply its unique place in both biblical and contemporary history. Exploring the ethnic origins in Iran, we encounter a complex network of stories and lineages that not only formed a nation but influenced an entire region. Central to this historical narrative is Madai, the third son of Japheth, mentioned in the book of Genesis. Recognized as the progenitor of the Medes, this tribal group played a crucial role in the founding of ancient Media. This kingdom, located in what is now northwest Iran, emerged as one of the dominant powers in the region, alongside Assyria and Babylon. The transformation of the Medes into Persians is a vital part of Iranian history. Over time, and under the leadership of figures such as Cyrus the Great, the Medes united with the Persians, forming an empire that expanded its borders to India. This development not only altered the political configuration of the region, but also had lasting implications for the ethnic and cultural distribution. The biblical genealogy provides a fascinating perspective on this history. Elam, the son of Shem and another important ancestor mentioned in the scriptures, is often associated with the origin of the Elamites, people who inhabited the southern region of present-day Iran. Biblical narratives and historical records suggest that the Elamites and the Medes, although ethnically distinct, shared a geographical and cultural proximity that significantly influenced the development of that part of the world. These ancestral connections between the Medes, Persians, and Elamites are not just of genealogical interest, but also help us understand the complex interaction of cultures and languages that characterizes the history of Iran. By recognizing the importance of these ancient tribes and nations, we can better appreciate the rich culture of the Middle East, which continues to influence global developments to this day. In the biblical narrative, the law of the Medes and Persians is symbolized by its unchangeability. Once enacted, Not even the king could change it. This law is dramatically highlighted in the episode of Daniel in the lion's den, as described in the book of Daniel. Daniel, known for his unwavering devotion, is thrown into the lion's den for violating a royal decree that forbade prayers to any being, except the king, during a specific period. This incident illustrates not only the rigidity of the Medo-Persian laws, but also underscores a profound lesson about the sovereignty of God over human laws. The concept of immutable laws, while it may seem a means of authoritarianism, also reflects the idea of uncompromising justice. In the biblical context, this rigidity serves as a parallel to the constancy of God's laws, which, though inflexible, are grounded in justice and truth. In Hebrews 13:8, we are reminded that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. This divine constancy offers a safe haven in an era of uncertainties and constant changes. The story of Daniel not only demonstrates a man's unshakable faith in his God, but also highlights how human laws, even the most rigid, are subordinate to the divine will. Daniel was saved from the lions, a miracle that defied human logic and Medo-Persian laws, showing that true justice is not found in human codifications, but in the sovereignty of God. This perspective can be seen as a call for contemporary Christians to live according to eternal principles, not bowing to pressures or unjust laws that challenge divine morality. The story invites us to reflect on our own adherence to divine laws in the face of challenges, reminding us that while we should respect earthly laws, our ultimate loyalty is to those established by the Creator. As we contemplate the ancient Medo-Persian legislations and their representation in the Bible, we are urged to examine how the principles of justice, immutability, and divine sovereignty still resonate in our daily lives and our obedience to God. The complexity of modern Iranian identity can be seen as a reflection of the various historical and cultural layers that make up the nation. This deepening into cultural and linguistic aspects not only traces the evolution of a region rich in history, but also reveals how these ancient elements continue to shape the contemporary social and political realities of Iran. The heritage of the Elamites and Medo-Persians, peoples whose narratives are intertwined with the biblical scriptures, illustrates the dynamics between continuity and change within Iranian traditions. These tribes not only contributed to the genetic mosaic of the modern population, but also left a lasting legacy that is reflected in the social structure, religious practices, and national consciousness of modern Iran. For example, the Elamites, traditionally described as Semites, and the Medo-Persians, of Aryan origins, represent the union of two distinct worlds that coexisted and merged over the millennia. This fusion is evident in the rich linguistic diversity of the country, where modern Persian, Farsi, carries influences from many languages and dialects that thrived in the region throughout history. Words like madar, mother, and pedar, father, which share similarities with other Indo-European languages, are examples of how language can serve as a bridge between the past and the present, connecting contemporary Iranians to their ancient roots. Moreover, the historical and genealogical context of peoples like the Medo-Persians illustrates how ancient power structures and laws, such as the law of the Medes and Persians, still influence modern cultural and legal norms. These laws, known for their rigidity and immutability, resonate in the strong legalistic tradition that persists in the governmental institutions of Iran. Exploring these cultural and historical roots also provides a lens through which we can examine contemporary issues, such as national identity in the face of globalization pressures and the role of tradition in a world that values modernization. How does Iran balance these forces, preserving its unique traditions while adapting to the demands of a constantly changing world? This cultural deepening not only highlights the richness of Iranian heritage, but also provokes a dialogue on how understanding our past can inform and influence approaches to contemporary challenges. In this segment, we delve into the fascinating linguistic and religious intersections that shaped the Aryan peoples, predecessors of modern Iranians. The social organization of these peoples was intrinsically linked to their linguistic and religious practices, which offer us a window to understand how ancestral traditions continue to echo in contemporary societies. The Aryans were known for their complex caste system, which played a crucial role in maintaining social and religious order. This structure was supported by Vedic Sanskrit, an archaic language that not only served as a vehicle for everyday communication, but also as the liturgical language for the Vedic texts. These texts are fundamental to understanding the beliefs and religious practices of the period, highlighting a deeply stratified society where each layer had its defined roles and responsibilities. The practice of polytheism by the Aryan peoples, centered on fire worship and sacrifice rituals, is a testament to the richness and complexity of their spiritual beliefs. These rituals not only reinforced the social order, but also established a connection with the divine, evidencing an understanding of the world that was both immanent and transcendent. Furthermore, the linguistic connections between ancient Persian and other Indo-European languages, such as English, reveal a web of cultural influences and migrations that extend beyond the geographical boundaries of Iran. For example, the Persian words madar, mother, and pedar, father, have clear correspondences in English, suggesting a shared past that can be traced through linguistic study. These similarities are not mere coincidences but reflections of a common heritage that illustrates how languages can serve as bridges between cultures and eras. As we explore these linguistic and religious aspects, we are reminded that languages and religions are more than mere means of communication or belief systems. They are also powerful indicators of human interconnections over time and space. Understanding these connections can offer valuable insights, not only for scholars of religion and linguistics, but for anyone interested in the complexity of the human experience and our ability to find meaning and order in a constantly changing world. If you felt inspired and curious about the stories of the Medo-Persians and Elamites and their intersections with the sacred scriptures, there is much more to discover. I would like to offer a moment for reflection and prayer. May we seek wisdom and understanding not only from the past, but also in how these ancient stories can illuminate our paths and decisions today. May our journey through history also be a journey of spiritual growth and deeper connection with the divine. Lord, may our hearts be open to learn from the past so that we can live with wisdom and compassion in the present. Help us see the lessons intertwined in the stories of our ancestors and apply this knowledge in our daily lives. May we also be guided by your hand in our ongoing quest for understanding and truth. Amen.